Okay, how are you today?
Yes, I'm great.
All right. So, what did you do before you have a class? Before you join the class, what did you do?
I have dinner and I have dinner, yes, and I take care of my children.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. Okay, you're being a good mother, taking good care with your children. All right. Okay. So, all right. Okay, Lucky. So, are you ready to continue our lesson?
Yes, of course.
Okay, that's great. But before that, I want you to share on what we have discussed last meeting.
The last meeting, we we will continue to studying Unit 20 at
Mm-hmm.
uh, we- and so, yeah, we study that we uh,
All right. Okay, hello, Lucky. Your voice is broken.
broken.
All right.
I hello, hello,
Yes, hello, Lucky.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's great. It's okay now. It's fine. So, all right, thank you so much for sharing. So, yeah. So, let's just go ahead again and read this one. The word that you mispronounced last meeting. This one. Can you read this one again?
Proposal.
Okay, one more time.
Proposals.
Okay, good job. It's proposal. All right. So now let me just go ahead and let you see the
Yeah.
my screen. Okay, can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So, we end or we stop in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, before we proceed to the what you call this to the next slide, I want you to read again the whole story, okay?
Yeah. One officer has already suggested a proposal. He thinks that a fine might work. If he has to respond to complaints, home,
Mm-hmm.
homeowner will be charged $200 per response.
All right.
Might cause the homeowner to be careful and only to people that he is sure will be considerate of the neighbors. The city would still get 50% of the rental fee, even if the homeowner's rents were totally offset by fines.
All right. Good job. So now, by the way, do you have any question about this story?
No, teacher.
Okay, so okay, that's great. Let us now proceed to the next slide. Okay, so it is story again. So I'll let you listen first. Okay, so let's start. I guess it's not working again. I'm so sorry about this Lucky, but anyway, I'll just going to read the story. Okay,
Uh,
so let me just start. The city would post inconsiderate renters' names on the city website so that other homeowners would know about them. Some officials think the ban should be continued because these visitors to the community have already proven that they have no consideration for others. Their money isn't worth the headaches they cause. Alright, so one more time. The city would post inconsiderate renters' names on the city website so that other homeowners would know about them. Some officials think the ban should be continued because these visitors to the community have already proven that they have no consideration for others. Their money isn't worth the headaches they cause. Okay? So now, what do you call this now? Lucky. So I'll gonna give you a random question, okay? So my first question, what would the city do?
uh, the city would include names on the city website so that other homeowners would know about them.
Okay, okay, thank you so much. Good job. So another question. What do some officials think?
Uh, some officials think the ban should be continued
All right, good job. So another question. Who is not worth the headache they cause? I mean, what is not worth the headache cause?
their money isn't worth the headache they cause.
Okay, good job. So you really did answer all of my questions correctly. Okay, good job. So now let us proceed to the sentences. Okay, let me just go ahead and read first. All right. So the city would post inconsiderate renters' names on the city website so that other homeowners would know about them. Okay, can you please read this one?
City would post inconsiderate renters' names on the city website so that other homeowners would know about them.
Okay, good job. So, can you please read this one again? Renters.
Renters,
Okay, good job. So this one, inconsiderate.
inconsiderate.
Okay, good job. So here are my questions, okay? So what would the city post?
Um, the city would post inconsiderate renters' names on the city website.
Okay, good job. So another question. Whose names would be posted?
Uh, who names
Yeah.
are
Whose
the,
whose names? Yeah,
the,
whose names?
the inconsiderate renters' name?
Okay, good job. So another question. Why would inconsiderate renters' names be posted? Okay, why let me just rephrase that again. Where would inconsiderate renters' names be posted? So where?
On the city website.
Okay, good job. So in the city website. Okay, another question. Why does the city post inconsiderate renters on the city website? Why?
because uh, because other homeowners would know about them.
Okay, good job. So that is the reason why they want to post inconsiderate renters' names on the city website. Okay, good job, Lucky. So now, do you have any question about the first story in here?
No, teacher.
Okay, so now let us proceed to the second words. I mean, to the sentences are in the many parts of the story. Okay. All right. It's still not working again. So let me just go ahead and read. So some officials think the ban should be continued because these visitors to the community have already proven that they have no consideration for others. So can you please read this one, Lucky?
Uh, yeah, some officials think the ban should be continued because the visitors to the community have already proven that they have no consideration for others.
All right, good job. So that is how the official thinks. All right. So now here are my questions. So what do um, the official think that should be continued?
Uh, some officials think the ban should be continued.
All right, good job. So the ban should be continued. So another question, what have these visitors let me just rephrase. So what have this visitor to the community proven? So what they have proven?
What they have proven. Um, they have proven uh, these visitors to the um, community have proven that they have no consideration for others.
Okay, good job. So the visitors proven or they prove that they have no consideration for others, okay, because of what they are doing, like making noise or what else, okay? So now let us now proceed to the next question. So do these visitors to the community have any consideration for others?
Who these visitors to the community.
Mm-hmm. So, do they, or do the visitors to the community have consideration with other people or with for others? Do they have consideration?
Uh, for for in for inconsiderate renters.
All right. So here. So my question, yeah, my question earlier is that I asked you if do these visitors have consideration to for others. So your answer would be a visitor to the community have already proven that they have no, all right? They
Uh,
have no consideration for others, okay?
uh,
So those visitors have no consideration for others, all right? So it's a no, all right? So another question. Who thinks the ban should be continued?
some officers, some
Oh,
officers think
yeah.
should
Uh,
be continuous.
all right, good job. So can you please read this one again? Officials.
Officials.
Okay, good job. So the official thinks that the ban should be continued. Okay, good job. So now, Lucky, let us now proceed to the next sentences. Okay, so their money isn't worth the headaches they cause. Okay, can you please read this one?
Their money isn't worth the headaches they cause.
Okay, so their money isn't worth the headaches they cause. So here are my questions. So, what is not worth the headache they cause?
Uh, the the their money isn't worth the headaches they cause.
All right, good job. So another question, who causes headaches?
Who causes their
Who?
who who the visitors to the community.
Mm-hmm. All right, very good. So the visitors of the community are causing the headache. Okay, good job. So another question, is their money worth the problem they cause?
No, uh,
Mm-hmm.
no, it isn't. The money isn't worth the headache they cause.
Okay, good job. So their money isn't worth the headache they cause, or shall we say the problem they cause. Okay, good job. So another question, whose money is not worth the headache they cause? Whose money?
Whose money?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, visitors to the community's money isn't worth the headache they cause.
All right, good job. So it is the visitors' money, all right? So their money is not enough
Yeah,
or to pay the the problem that they cause, right? So because they're making some noise without any consideration with other people who are living on that community, right? So, okay, good job, Lucky. You did answer all of my questions, okay? So here, I want you to read again the whole story.
yeah. The city would post inconsiderate renters' names on the city website so that all the homeowners would know about them. Some officials think the ban should be continued because the visitors to the community have already proven that they have no consideration for others. Their
Mm-hmm.
money isn't worth the headaches they cause.
All right, good job. So now, um, I will just give you a random question, okay? So my first question, what would the city do?
The city would post inconsiderate renters' names on the
Okay, mhm.
site.
All right, good job. So now, another question, what would the city post?
The city posts inconsiderate renters' names.
Okay, good job. So what do some officials think?
Some officials think the ban should be continued
Okay, good job. So another question, why do they think the ban should be continued?
because they think these visitors to the community have already proven that they have no consideration for others.
All right, good job. So another question, what is the word what is not worth the headaches they cause? What is not worth?
Uh, the money of visitors to the community.
Okay, good. Good job. So another question. Who causes headaches?
Who causes headache? Who um, the the visitors to the community.
All right, so good job. So now, excuse me. Now, Lucky, I will going to cover this story, okay? And let's see if we can still answer to the questions. All right. So now let's start. Oh, wait. All right. So here are my questions. So why? What is not worth the headaches they cause?
What is the money of the visitor to the community?
All right. Good job. So, what do some officials think?
Some officials think the ban would be continued.
All right. Good job. So, what would the city do?
The city would post these inconsiderate rented names on the website of the city.
All right. Good job. So, another question. Is their money worth the headache they cause?
Uh, yes, it is. The money isn't worth the headache they cause.
All right, so their money is not worth the headache they cause. Okay, good job. So another question, where would um, inconsiderate renters' names be posted?
Uh, uh, on the website of the city.
Okay, good job. So now, good job. I'm lucky. Did you really answer all of my questions perfectly? Okay, good job. So now let us go back to the topic. Okay, so now, by the way, do you have any question about the story?
Yes,
Okay, so we are going now to proceed to phrases and collocations. But before that, let me just let you review the story. Okay, this is the first story. Okay,
yeah,
so just familiarize this one. All right, and this is the all right. Okay, and this is the second. Okay, so when this one, just familiarize.
yeah,
Okay, and then the last one. All right, so are you ready for the phrases and collocations?
yes.
Okay, so now let us start. Lucky, so this one. All right, you start.
This abuse created a lot of frictions with neighbors, um, with neighbors, and um, have to.
All right. Okay, would you like to take a look again to the story?
Yeah,
Okay, all right. So just tell me then if you're ready, okay? So let's just go first on the first. So you try to familiarize, okay? Just tell me then if you're ready, okay?
yeah, teachers. I'm ready.
Okay. All right, that's great, Lucky. So now let us proceed to the phrases and collocations, okay? You start.
Yeah. This abuse created a lot of frictions with neighbors and resulted in extra work for city maintenance crews and for police, who have to respond almost hourly to residents' complaints about noise, music, traffic, and parking problems. But now the city's budget problems are making it ban. Uh, city officials city officials will hold uh, a community meeting next week to listen to the pros and cons.
Okay, good job. So now, thank you so much for that Lucky. So I want you to read again this one, okay?
Yeah.
Wait, let me just go ahead and go to the chat box, okay? This one. Friction.
Friction,
Friction. One more time. Friction.
friction, fric,
Friction. Frick.
fric, fric, friction.
Okay, good job. So how about this one? This one.
Re-
Resulted.
resulted,
Okay, resulted. Okay, how about this one?
complaint,
Okay, complaints. One more time. Complaints.
plan,
Okay, good job. So one more time. Read this one.
friction, resulted, complaints,
Okay, good job. So one more time. Friction.
friction.
Okay, good job. So now let us go back, all right? So, okay, so you really did answer all of the blanks correctly. So good job, Lucky. So now I'll let you take a look again to the second story, okay? So you just have to familiarize, okay? And tell me if you're ready.
Yes, teacher, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, wait. Mm-hmm. All right. So now let us proceed to the phrases and collocation. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you start.
Um, one officer has one officer has on one officer has already suggested a proposal. He thinks that a fine might work if the city has to respond to complaints. The homeowners will be charged for $200 per response. Um, such a fine such a fine might cause the homeowner to be careful to rent only to people that he is sure will be, he is sure be mm, will be considerate to the neighbors. Considerate to the neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
The city the city would still get 50% of the rental fee, e- even if the home
All right.
when
Mm-hmm.
uh, totally totally upset by price.
Okay, good job. Good job, Lucky. So now I want you to read this one again. Here.
Uh,
Suggested. Okay, can you please read again?
sug- suggested,
Okay, good job. This one.
suggested,
This one.
charge,
Okay, one more time. Charge.
charge,
Okay, good job. So this one again.
proposals.
Okay, good job. So now, thank you so much, Lucky, because you really did answer the blanks correctly again. Okay, perfectly. Okay, now let us proceed to the third. Okay, here. All right. So would you like to look at again to the story before you answer?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, that's great. So let us now proceed. Okay. All right, you start.
The city would post inconsiderate renters' names on the city website so that all the homeowners would know about them. Some officials think the the ban the ban will be continued because visitors to the community have already proven that they have considerate to others. Their money isn't worth the headache they cause.
All right, good job, Lucky. How about can you please read this one again? Visitors.
Visitors.
Okay, good job. So, okay, very good, Lucky. You really did now answer again the blanks perfect. Okay, perfectly. Okay, good job. So, now let us proceed to the next slide. Okay, so
Yeah.
can you please read this one?
Um, do you think that a fight might work? How will it work?
All right, so do you think that a fine might work? How will it work? Okay, can you
Uh,
answer this question?
uh, yes, I think a fight is necessary, and it's necessary to control uh, the behavior of people in society.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right, so so you think a fine might work. So your answer is it gonna be work. All right. So what? How will it work? What do you think? How
how,
will it work?
how will it work?
Mm-hmm.
I think uh, will the government should apply the fine if a person don't comply with the law.
All
Uh,
right.
and
Mm-hmm. Good.
fines the fines should be fairly and strictly and strict
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Good job. It should be strict. It should be yeah, the
fairly.
official. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Very good. So because if the official will not going to be strict for having this fine, then it will not going to be work, right? So they
Uh,
must be strong enough to ask those person who didn't follow the law to have this fine. All right, so it should it's also be a punishment for them for not following the law. All right, so good job, Lucky. So now let us proceed to the next question. Can you
um,
please read?
what do you think that people should do?
All right, okay, Lucky, what do you think that people should do?
Teacher, I want to ask you, these people, the population or the government
Oh,
people? Yeah,
okay, so you're asking, so the people in here, you're asking on what who these people?
yeah, who
All
these
right.
people? Yeah,
Okay. So these people will be those person who get what you call this, who violated the law. So these are the people.
yeah, people, people should do, people should do. I think people should consider the neighbors, uh,
Mm-hmm.
neighbors. Yes, if they consult the neighbors, uh, they sh- they 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 don't make a noise or problems to
Mm-hmm.
yes.
All
I
right.
think the people don't be too noisy and
Mm.
and road traffic on the street.
All right. Okay, good job. Mm-hmm.
They
So
should
they.
they
Mm-hmm.
should park their cars in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, people lives of others, of another. Yeah,
All
and
right.
they must protect their surroundings.
Mm-hmm. All right, good job, Lucky. You really have the idea. So, the people you're going to be what you call this, maybe avoid doing that again. The thing that they are doing, like being inconsiderate. So, if they are going to have this fine, or if you're going to, the official will give that law to give a fine to those people who violated the law, then the people will think that they are not going to do that again, right? So
Yes,
that's it. They will going to be considerate at this time. Okay, good job. So now, Lucky, I want you to read the third question. I mean, not the question, but here, this
Yeah.
one.
List the pros and cons to the file to the city officials.
Okay, so can you list down the pros and cons of the family, I mean, of the fine to the city officials? So what is the advantage of the fines?
Yes.
And what is the disadvantage? Okay, can you state first the disadvantage or no? Can you state first the advantage of the fine?
Uh, yes. I think I will say first about advantage. Um,
Mm-hmm, yeah.
uh, the fines will force people to comply with the laws,
All
and
right.
and the fines increase uh, increase the state's budget
Mm-hmm, yeah.
of the government. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. All right, good job.
and I think if the government use fines use fines the living um, the living environment will protect better.
Yeah, good job. Great. Okay, so how about the disadvantages?
Disadvantage. I think the police have more work.
Mm-hmm.
The police have more work to do. Yes, and the police have to focus their working. Yeah,
All
and
right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so say also with the city officials, they're going to work right hard to
yes,
observe those visitors or those person who violated a law. All right, so
yes,
they're going to always keep an eye on those person, right? So
yes,
that would be their disadvantages. But also their advantages is that they can get money from having that fine, right? For example, with those story,
uh,
the city official can have 15% with a fine, right? Or something like the rental fee earlier. But this one, so this is one of the advantage also with the city officials, right?
yes.
They
I,
can.
I
Mhm.
if the government use fines for people, they have to fairly and strictly. Yes, if they use unreasonable fines, uh,
Mhm.
people will be unhappy. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
will yeah. If the people unhappy, there are many accounts of worms will yes accounts of worms, and the government have to show the ethical problems.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thank you so much for that. Lucky, your answer is very correct. Good job. It's
Yeah.
very good. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Lucky. So now, do you have any question about this?
No teachers.
Okay. So now, thank you so much for answering again. So let us now proceed to the next slide. All right. So here. So can you please read this one?
And of worms.
Okay. So can you please read the definition?
Yeah, a situation that causes a lot of trouble for you when you start to deal with it.
All right. So can you please read the example?
Yeah. People said that he was going to clean his room, but his mom said to me that it would be opening a can of worms as he has a lot of things organized there.
Okay, good job. So now, Lucky, I know that you already know the meaning of a can of worms because it's stated in here. So I
Yeah,
want you, Lucky, to make a sentence using the word a can of worms. Okay?
yeah, that's a sentence I
All
can.
right, you type in here
Yeah,
on our chat box. All right. So a can of worm.
yeah. Um, um,
All right. So, can you please read the sentence that you make?
Yes. I want to move back to my countryside, but this opens a can of worms such as jobs, housing, or the school for my children.
Okay, good job. So, I want to move back my countryside, but this opens a can of worms such as jobs, housing, or the school of my children. Okay, good job. Your sentence is very correct. Okay? So, thank you so much for that, Lucky. You're really good in making a sentence, right? Okay. So now let us proceed in here. So how about this one? Can you please read?
Uh, a boon to or for somebody or something.
Okay, good job. So can you please read the definition?
Yeah. Something that is um, very helpful and makes life easier for you.
Okay, good job. So can you please read the example?
Yeah. The new software will prove a boon to internet users.
Okay, so good job. So the new software will prove a boon to internet users. So when you say a boon, something that is very helpful and make life easier for you. So now, Lucky, I want you to make a sentence using the word boon.
Boon. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Boon. Boon.
All right. So can you read the sentence that you make?
Walking daily in the morning will get a boon for my health.
Okay, good job. So, walking daily in the morning will get a boon for my health. Okay, that has a big help on your health. Okay, good job. So, thank you so much, Lucky, for the sentence. All right, good job. So, all right, so we're done with the dictionary. So, let us now proceed to the next slide. All right. So, we're bound with the summary. Okay, so it means that we're almost done with our topic in 20 unit 20, okay, but before you're going to do a summarize or a summary, I mean, I'll let you take a look again to the whole topic. Okay, so here is our, you call this our lesson. Okay, so rentals at the oceanside community, and with the vocabulary we have the surcharge, the boon, the pile into, the coffer. All right, so with the story about the ocean community of Lozana Beach, and another part of the story, the city stopped allowing weekly rentals 10 years ago because of the problems they were generating. And then another, this one, the phrases and collocations. You did also answer this, okay, correctly. And another vocabulary, so friction, pros and cons, fine, offset. All right, so story again, and this one, and the other, the last part of the story. And you also did phrases and collocations. All right, and this one. We had our free talk. I'll ask you about this and you answer, okay? We did a conversation. Okay, good job with that. And the dictionary, just a while ago, we discussed about this, and your sentence is very good. All right, good job. Okay, we're on to the summary. All right, now, Lucky, I want you to just give me a word that's something like you mispronounce. Can you mention one? Or shall mention maybe three?
Friction. Friction.
Okay. All right, good job. So you could be able to, yeah, pronounce correctly now. What else?
Uh, proposal.
All right, good job. What else?
Complaints.
All right, complaints. Okay, so it's friction, proposal, and complaint. So, what else? Can you still remember and what are the words that you mispronounce?
uh, redundant, redundant,
All right. Mm-hmm. What
re-
else? Last one.
suggested.
Okay, good job. So now, all right, thank you so much for that, Lucky. So now let us proceed to the vocabulary. So I want you, Lucky, to explain 5 new words that you have learned. So can you give me 5 words and give me a brief definition on that? So can you start with the first word?
Uh, Fireworks and explain
Hmm?
fireworks, uh, ocean side,
All right. What is that again?
ocean side,
Okay. All right. So can you explain what is that sound? I mean, what is that word?
ocean side. It means the place uh, near the sea.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, okay. The second word. What else?
The second is um, rental.
Okay. Good job. So, rentals. What
Uh,
do you mean by rentals?
Rental is mean the amount of money that people have to pay for homeowner.
Okay. Good job. So, the amount of money that need to pay to the homeowners. Okay. The third one. Third word.
Uh, first, first uh, a can of worms.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by a can of worms?
A can of worms is mean a situation, that's very complicable,
All
uh,
right. So, it's just like yeah,
yeah,
complicated. All right. Good job. Oh,
complicated, yeah.
mm-hmm. Okay. Good job. So, the fourth word.
Forward, uh, the coffers, coffers.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by coffer?
Coffer is a big box to holding valuable things.
Okay, good job. It's just a strong box or a big box that holds valuable things. All right. So, okay, good job. The last one.
The last one, pile into.
Okay, what do you mean by pile into?
Pile into is mean a group of people want to get inside uh, to get inside something quickly.
Or, all right, good job. So, right, that is the meaning of pile into. Okay, good job. Right,
Uh,
really did mention 5 words with the definition. Okay, good job. So now, Lucky, let us go to the story. Okay, so I want you to retell the story that you have learned. All
uh,
right. Mm-hmm.
uh, the the story about the problems um, about the problems of the rentals. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Owners, yes, they rent their quickly
All
and
right.
the problems follow follow to renters and the officers solutions to solve the problem of rentals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they use they think they use five use a five to control um, the people from the other side.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good job. So thank you so much for telling the story. Okay, you really did remember the story. All right. So now let us proceed to the dictionary. So can you please read this one again?
Um, yes, a can of worms,
This one.
a boon, do for somebody or something.
All right. Good job. So since you've already make a sentence, it's in here, right? So this is your sentence. So I'm not going to let you make again a sentence. Okay. So because you're already did what you call this make it. All right, so we're done with the summary. Okay, so
Yeah.
it means that we're done with the topic. Okay, all right. So, but before we end really with the topic, I just want to give you an assessment. All right. So here in the sections with the pronunciation, vocabulary, story, grammar, and free talk. Okay. So let us first go with your pronunciation. Okay. So what's good with your pronunciation? Okay, what's good is that you can really pronounce the word correctly, all right? Though there are words that you mispronounce, but by the time that I tell you that this is the right pronunciation, you tend to correct yourself, all right? And you really you are doing your best to make it correct, to correct it. What do you call this? To pronounce it correctly. Okay, good job in that. So need to improve. Yeah, and the way you read the words, those the difficult or the words that you have difficulties with, you just need to improve in how the words are being pronounced with. Okay, and then for suggestion, I'm just going to give you a overall suggestion. Okay, so with the vocabulary. Okay, so what's good with the vocabulary, Lucky, is that you really know the idea. I mean the meaning, you have really the idea on what is the words. Like for example, this one, like you've mentioned earlier, like pile into, cover. Here, there's a lot of vocabularies in here, like friction, pros and cons, fine, offset. So if you just remember, you have difficulties on what do you call this, understanding this friction, right? But by the time that you know already the definition, then you tend to really know it and learn about it, and then you can actually make a sentence out of this word, right? And then what else? Yeah, this one, the surcharge, the boon, the pile into, and the coffer. You already did mention that earlier, right? So good job in that. And then what else? So okay, in here, I no no no, this one with the need to improve. All right, so need to improve is that if there are words that you just mispronounce, yeah, and the vocabulary, the way you read the words, okay? So there are just some words that you really just mispronounce, okay? You just need to improve that one, okay? So the story is that what's good is that you can really understand the story very well, all right? By the time that I'll let you listen, and then when I ask you a question, you can directly answer the question. You are a very active listener, right? Like you're an active listener, and then you're really look into the story, you're focused on the story that you are reading and the story that you are listening with. Okay, good job. And need to improve on that is that um yeah, the way you read the story, the intonation. Okay, you just need to improve some of those intonation. And then what else? I guess that's it. And then grammar, and your grammar, you are really very good in grammar, so that's very good. I can really observe that the way you make a sentence, the way you talk, your grammar is so good. Okay, and your grammar, I mean your sentences are is not really that a simple sentence. You make a very intelligent way on making a sentence, right? Very good job. And then yeah, what else? And then on the free talk, so in the free talk, you're good. You really did also answer all of the questions correctly, and then you really did explain well with your answer. Okay, that's a very good job. So, all right, an overall suggestion for that, for this assessment, or for your pronunciation, vocabulary, story, grammar, and free talk, just commonly you're just going to watch English movies, all right? So that you will know how the words in English are being pronounced, all right? Because you can hear that, right? And with also you can read English books. And then if you have difficulties understanding the words, you can also take note of that words, and then you can what you call this, you can search for the definition. And I know that you have a dictionary, right? So you can just paste on that on your dictionary, or in the, look that on the dictionary, and then you will know the what you call the definition. Okay, so all right, Lucky, I guess that is all for the assessment for you, and you are really a good student, a hardworking student, and an intelligent student. Okay, good job. I am so really happy to have a class with you. All right, and yeah, and I'm so. Mhm.
yeah, I want to tell you something uh,
Yes.
because conversation skills is very basic. I want to and I want to practice about
Mhm.
conversation uh,
Oh yeah.
and about speaking skill
Mhm.
because in my workplace I don't have many opportunity to talk English with people. Yeah,
Mhm.
in
Yes.
that and uh, just have Vietnam.
All
Vietnam.
right.
So um, I want to practice uh, speaking skill and I want to practice reaction.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Yeah, I really did understand. Yeah, I know that you really want to learn, and I know that we can really help you, and we can help one another so that you could be able to master how to speak in English. But anyway, you know what? Lucky, you're really good in speaking English. Okay, you just be more expressive. All right, be expressive to share what is your idea. All right, because you have really the idea. Okay, don't be so I don't be so something like don't be shy, just express. Okay, if I'll going to ask you, do you have any question, you can actually share.
Uh,
You share what is your question and what comes in your mind, everything that what everything that comes to your mind, you can share. Okay, I am willing to listen for that. Okay, so that you could be able to what do you call this, to practice your speaking skills well. All right.
yeah,
Okay, then I will give you more time then, since you've shared that to me.
yeah,
Then for now, from now on, I will give you
yeah,
more talk. I will let you talk more. Okay?
yeah,
So yeah, so I will give you more opportunity to talk with. Okay? All
yes.
right. All right. So okay, so Charon, it's our end of the lesson. So all right, so it's our the end of the lesson, Lucky, and I'll already give you an assessment. And thank you so much for sharing your ideas. And then, by the way, Lucky, before we end the class, since it's almost time, so can you share? All right, can you share and what you have really learned on this topic in Unit 20? What are the things that you can't forget, and what are or something like your realization on this topic?
Realization.
Yeah,
Uh,
realization. What is your realization on this topic? Can you share?
realization. I don't know this word.
Oh, all right. Realization. I mean, when say realization, you realize someone or something like, what did you learn like that? So, what did you learn that you cannot forget about this topic?
You cannot forget.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in this unit 20, there are idioms such as pros, pros and cons, and
Mm-hmm.
cans, yeah, and cans of worms.
All right.
I think
Okay.
it's a difficult word, and I have to look up both a dictionary
Mm-hmm.
and have to find the definition before before study with the
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, good thing that you have a dictionary because you can actually study ahead, right? Because you have a dictionary, then you will know the meaning. Okay, good job. You're really a hardworking student also. You are really willing to learn. That's why I like you. I like you as my student. All right?
field.
All right. Okay, so okay, thank you so much, Lucky, for sharing that one. And okay, I guess this is all for tonight, and be ready for our next lesson, okay? And
Yes,
we're yeah, and I will just let you talk more. All right. So, okay, and thank you so much for your time, Lucky, and I guess this is all for tonight, and have a good night and happy weekend. And bye-bye for now. See you on Monday.
and you too. Yeah, bye bye, teacher.
Okay, goodbye, Lucky. Thank you so much.